I'm so excited. Today I have an awesome guest with me. I am meeting her for the very first time. My friend FK told me to Google people who like motorsports in South Africa, and somehow her name popped up on that list. So I checked out her profile, followed her, loved that she doesn't take herself too seriously, and she has been to every Formula One driver's favorite track. Yes, and she's doing cool stuff here in South Africa. So here's the thing, she's going to tell us all about it, and I'm so excited. So Formula One fans, the Paddock Porch crew, buckle up, rev those engines, get your porch vibes on, get comfortable, get something to sip on. I hope my guest has something to sip on, and put on your good vibes. Now let's give a warm porch welcome to Nadine. Welcome, Nadine. Woo, 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 woo.
Thank you,
So
Shiko. Thanks for having me.
so nice to meet you. Thank you so much for making time to come to the porch.
Thank you. So nice to meet you. And thanks, like I said, for having me. I really appreciate your time.
Yeah, so there was heavy downpour, so I'm happy to see that you're home safe. I hope
When there's heavy
everybody in the crew.
downpour, I stay inside.
Oh, lucky you. Some people we got rained on. My hair is wet actually. I tried to dry it, but I've not been successful. But yeah, I hope everyone in the crew got home safe, and stay safe. Crazy things we do to score points in this vitality discovery thing. But anyway, we go straight to the quick fire. So, quick fire Sao Paulo Grand Prix. Nadine, no overthinking. Are you ready?
Ready.
Lights out. Let's go. Question 1. Manual or automatic?
Well, I suppose
Right.
it depends what you're doing, right? If you're drifting, you definitely want to be manual. So you can shift those gears quickly. But if you're sitting in traffic, you definitely want automatic. I'm lazy like that.
Question 2. Music or silence when driving?
Music every time. I love me a good car dance. You got a car dance. I sit in like an hour's traffic to work and back every day. So music gets me through. Everyone says, how do you do it? Music.
What type of music?
Anything I can sing along to, really, because I love to hit those high
Okay.
notes. My only safe space to sing is in my car. So anything I can sing to.
Okay, that's interesting. So me,
And you?
depends. It depends. During the day, music. If it's at night and it's raining, I'm those girls who turn off the music to see properly. So it depends. Anyway, yeah, and I love dance hall, Caribbean, old school
Yeah.
Kenyan music, pump up the energy. Next question. Hypothetically, we are not saying anyone should do this. It's 4 a.m. You are on the one to Durban. No cars, like you're the only car in the vicinity. What's your top speed?
Okay, so get this. Why don't we say 3 a.m. on the Pretoria N1 highway, driving my friend's car because he was under the influence. I pushed it to 187 kilometers.
Oh,
That was about 2 weeks ago.
Is that legal?
No.
To get in trouble.
Just before that, we had just got pulled over by cops. So I'm a bad
Oh
girl
my
sometimes.
gosh. I am terrified of cops, especially if you live in a foreign country. You do not want to face cops. I love the Johannesburg or South African thing where at the highway it's average speed prosecution. So, but I've never done more than 140. You must be a speedster for sure. Next question. Who's your favorite Formula One legend?
I'd have to say it was Michael Schumacher. Just, I suppose, he was a legend for a long time. He won many races, many Formula One championships. And it's quite sad how his career came to an end. Well, currently, I would have to say, I mean, he's not a legend yet, but I definitely feel like he's up and coming. And my absolute favorite is Oscar Piastri.
Oh, I saw you with the picture of him. That must have been special.
Yes.
Yeah,
It was
so
the
Michael
best.
Schumacher, everyone who lives in Africa, we first heard about Formula One because of him. So
The Michael
it's good that
Schumacher,
you
yeah.
brought him up, and yeah, we keep celebrating our legends.
Yeah.
Next question. It's sprint weekend. Love it or hate it?
Love it. I love a sprint weekend. You've got it. You know what I mean? Not everybody wants to sit and watch a Formula One race. Other people are more there for the short races. Other people are there for the fan zone. You've got to cater for the whole family. You've got to cater for so many different kinds of people. So I think having the sprint race there, it brings an added benefit to the race weekend. And it's also something different on each day.
Yeah. That's a good take. We are going to Sao Paulo. It's sprint weekend. Who do you think is going to win the sprint race?
It's so hard to say with a sprint race, because you think it's usually the guys that are the top of the board for the Formula One, but then a Russell or a Hamilton comes and surprises you. But it's probably going to be Max.
Max also on my list. He's the top runner for sprints. I don't know where he gets those wings, probably the Red Bull, but yeah, on sprints, he's top shape. And yeah, I also had Max, so let's see how
They must be
that
putting
goes.
Red Bull in the cars to give it wings.
He doesn't take water, he takes Red Bull.
Yeah.
So, Sao Paulo, with the weather, are we getting a safety car, clean race? What do you think?
I mean, a lot of people are probably going to hate me for this, but don't you think a clean race is a little bit boring? I love some rain or a crash or something.
You
I mean,
love chaos.
yeah,
You love-
being a TV presenter for a motorsport series, I need action on the track to give me something to talk about. So when you're sitting
Yeah.
watching a race for 2 hours or 3 hours, you need something to like, bam, boom, like get you excited, get you screaming at the TV.
Yeah, so how many safety cars can we predict? Like, they normally like so many in Sao Paulo. So probably I'd say 4. I don't know. How many do you think?
When you asked me the question, I was thinking 3 or 4. So
Next question. This is really tricky. What's your Sao Paulo Grand Prix podium prediction?
I mean, we know who's on the top 3 of the log at the moment. So I definitely think, I mean, with 4 races left for the championship, I definitely think Lando, Oscar, and Max are all going to be fighting really hard. Max probably at 1, Lando 2, and Oscar in 3rd, probably, which I'm not happy about saying. I would prefer Oscar at 1st, but that's
You're trying
my prediction.
You're trying to be realistic. So I think.
Wait, and yours? What's your prediction?
So for me, it depends on the weather because I mean, if it's a dry race, definitely Lando, P1, P2, I'm going to give George. He has gotten on podium there several times. And P3, I'll
Okay.
give Max. But if it's a wet race, now it's anyone's race. But I
Very true.
think I will give P1 to Max. He's good in wet races. I'm going to do a wild one. I'll give Hamilton P2. I know that car is pathetic, but I'm going to give Hamilton P2. And P3, I will leave it for the midfield. You know, like last year we got Alpine in the podium. So I'm going to pick one of the Williams and I'll say Carlos. But yeah, P3 I'm giving to one of those midfield teams or drivers. So anyway, let's see how that will go. But yeah, predicting in Sao Paulo is normally difficult, but I see Mercedes and Red Bull do well there. So I probably think most definitely a Mercedes or a Red Bull will end up on podium. But yeah, let's wait and see how that race goes.
No pressure, George.
Yeah, George can drive, but yeah, let's see. Next question. Ever had a pit stop moment in your life where you had to pull over, reset, change something, and just get the willpower to go again?
You know, I think we've all had to have many pit stops in life. I feel like every decade, when you turn a decade older, your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, it's a whole pit stop change. It's a whole mind reset. I think losing a parent also, it's a pit stop change. You've got to reanalyze your life. You've almost got to start again. I'm divorced, so after my divorce as well was another pit stop. I think pit stops are constantly thrown at us, and I just think it's important how you handle them and how you heal from them and move forward. So yeah, I think everyone is constantly hitting pit stops. I mean, look at COVID. COVID was a massive pit stop for the whole world. You know, yeah, I think pit stops happen to people daily, and I hear about a lot of them because I'm in a hair salon every day. So, yeah, I think pit stops is probably one of the most common things that we've all had to learn to manage.
Yeah, and you're right. How you handle it is the most important because there's bound to be pit stop every other point, even every day. You know. So I like that you say it's how we handle it, and yeah, we'll hear more of that from you later on. But yeah, the most important question because we are almost done with the season. This is the most important question of any episode I'm doing. Who is winning?
You know
the
what
World
I'm gonna
Drivers'
wish for
Championship?
and who I'm gonna say.
I know.
So my dad supported Max, so I'm happy with either Max or Oscar win. Really hope it's Oscar, but if Max wins, I won't be so disappointed. But I mean, it's pretty tight up there in the top 3, and there's still 4 races, and then there's still sprint races. See, I think at least with such a tight point difference, it really keeps things exciting right till the very end. And it also forces the drivers to keep their head in the game and really stay focused until the end.
So first choice Oscar, second choice Max. Yeah. So interesting.
And you?
Me, I'm Team Lando. Lando Norris. He must win or win.
Lando would be good for McLaren, but I think like personality wise and also a bit of hot-headedness on the track, I think he needs to He needs to sit in the back seat for one more year just to learn his lesson. That guy gives me high blood pressure. But I like him.
But really, both McLaren drivers, they have really done an awesome job this year. Even last year, they did an awesome job, but they didn't get the drivers' championship. But yeah, I hope one of them gets it. But for me, Lando is my boy. So Nadine, I checked out your profile. You have been to every Formula One driver's favorite track. That is the Spa. So
Yep.
the Belgian Grand Prix this year, I saw on your profile some pictures, some videos. Just paint a picture for Shiko and any crew that has never been to a Grand Prix, or rather, just paint a picture for us. How was it like trackside, being up close with cars, meeting drivers, just anything. Paint a picture for us.
I mean, obviously, the entire experience was epic. I mean, I was so blessed to be able to get the VIP guest pass to be able to meet the drivers. Some of the drivers that I met was Alonso. He's much shorter in real life, I must say. Hamilton's security actually ended up chasing me away from him because I was asking too much of him, I think. And then I met Oscar as well. I saw Lando from a distance, but he was busy with an interview. So it was really cool. I just basically, before the race, I stood outside their buses or offices, if you could call it that. And yeah, as you saw a photographer running to go take photos, I started running after them with a bad knee, by the way. I was actually limping. I think that's why I got chased by the security. And I thought, who's this girl with her rain jacket and limp? And yeah, so that's how I got to meet some of the drivers. Being trackside was really cool. Listen, it's a really big track. So if you want to walk from corner to corner to see the race from different angles, it is a lot of walking. I think I did 44,000 there alone. So yeah, but it was absolutely incredible. The vibe was epic. I mean, it was a massive track. The rain, it kept rain, but it's so funny because the people in Belgium, they kind of know when to expect the rain. I don't know if they feel it in their boobs, like in that movie, she like feels she's like, oh, rain's coming or whatever. But 5 minutes before the rain comes out, you see everyone putting on their rain jackets and the umbrellas all just go up, and you just see like this colorful like blanket of all these umbrellas. There wasn't much excitement, even though we raced in the rain. There was just one spin out in the beginning of the race, and that was actually a support race. So yeah, eventually we just sat at one spot because the walking was too much. But yeah, it was really epic. I mean, I did a pit walk on the Thursday, so that was really cool. I got to go like quite close into the pits and like see how they do all their practice runs, and they literally practice for hours, just putting the tires on, practicing their pit stops and stuff. Didn't see much of the drivers at that point, but I did do a walk around the track. And yeah, it was a bit of an emotional trip for me. I actually went to go spread my dad's ashes. He was the biggest Formula One fan in this world. So I put some of his ashes on the start line. I decided I would ask for forgiveness instead of permission. So I didn't ask permission, I just did it, but I got away with it. So, but yeah, dad's very happy there. I put him on the start line and on the apex corner. So that was pretty cool. Friday, unfortunately, I missed the Friday because I went to Tomorrowland to go party. That's where I hurt my knee. Yeah. And then Saturday went back for qualifying. That was short and sweet, but also cool. They had a massive fan zone. You must see the activations they have at the Formula One. It is insane. They literally have an activation where you can go and practice a pit stop. So you can do a pit stop on like a setup that they have, which was epic. They had this other machine that you can step into that blows your face. So as if you're in a Formula One car and you're going 200 kilometers or whatever, and you feel like all the air in your mouth start going like this, and your eyes, you can't keep open. My lashes were doing this. It was crazy. Oh, then they also had sim racing on the day as well. There's so much to do for the whole weekend. I do think, though, if anyone is booking Formula One tickets, to go for the gold options. The silver options is a really far walk. See the drivers. I mean, you can literally only see them for one section, which is not great. You want to sit somewhere where you can see them, like, an apex corner straight and kind of see them coming around a couple of times, unless you take your own camping chair and just move around. But yeah, it was really cool. Definitely worth every cent. I had the most incredible time, and it was just such a special time for me and my dad, like I said. So it's highly recommended. And also, if anyone's looking for the media office, it's not in the track. It's about 4 kilometers out the track, around a corner, a far walk.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and then after the race, they have like a nice festival where everyone jawls together and celebrates the victories and the losses and everything. So it was really, really nice. The drivers obviously disappeared to the high class events, so you got to catch them before the race.
You said you met Alonso. Yeah. Did you talk to him? I like Alonso. Does he sound the way he sounds like?
Listen, you're so nervous when you're meeting them, right? So, and I mean, I talk to drivers all the time in South Africa. And also, I must say, no disrespect to Formula One drivers and stuff, but our South African drivers are so much nicer, and they are just so much more chilled and welcoming and stuff. These guys, obviously, they're walking from their race place to interviews and stuff, so they're often in a rush. So you kind of got to jump in and be like, hey, can I get a picture? Yeah, sure. take a picture, then and then next minute security's like, move. We're like, okay, bye. So you don't get much time to chat with them. I think out of all three
Okay.
drivers that I met, Oscar gave me the most time. And he was really nice. And I wish I was able to wish him well for the race. And he said thank you. And I don't know if his English is just better or what, but he was a lot more friendly and talkative than the rest of them.
Actually, that's another thing
Yeah.
because we normally assume everyone understands English or likes talking English.
Yeah.
Like for myself, sometimes when you see me slowing down, things I've taught in Swahili, so I'm trying to decode in English so that I can say in English. So I think that's another point. They don't want to be chatty too much with maybe a foreign language because they come from everywhere
Yeah.
in the world. Not all of them are from Britain or America. So
Um,
yeah, that's another thing. And you talked about security. Somebody somewhere said that there are some drivers that have like very tight security. You talked
like
about
Hamilton,
Hamilton.
yeah.
Oh, so it's true. Like there are some like you notice really the presence of security.
Yeah. Listen, and I mean, I can understand it. You do get some crazy fans out there that get a guest VIP ticket or whatever. And I mean, I'm sure they'll jump on them or, and also they've got to protect their public identity, if I could say that. So be careful, what people are filming of them. And also, because some people are cooked. I mean, some of the things that I've seen at races, really, it's unbelievable what people think that they can do. So I think it's definitely needed. I mean, I think Hamilton's security could have given me like 5 more minutes, but okay.
Yeah. I understand, and thank you for taking me through that. I've never been to a Grand Prix, and it's good to understand some of these things because as we just see what the media are like, the one
Shows you.
taking the videos from that side, but you saw it by your own eyes, the way you're saying you can move around to change positions for watching. I didn't know that. I thought, like, if I pay for this section, I have to sit in this section alone until like the race gets finished or something. So that's quite cool.
I mean, that is probably what you're supposed to do, but I mean, there's people all along the sidelines, on the hills, next to the gates and fences. And listen, they really cater for everyone. Hey, like wheelchair friendly sections. There's everything. There really is. But yeah, like there were people with camping chairs. It can become quite boring. So you need to move
Yeah.
around and check it out. And yeah,
And I'm so sorry about your dad. That sounds
thank you.
like a really special trip, sort of your final respect or goodbye to him. I'm sorry you lost him. Losing a parent, I just recently lost someone close. Is not a parent, but you're losing people who are close to us is really painful. And I wish you well as you continue to heal because I know it's not an overnight thing. And one thing maybe you can share with us about him, maybe a favorite track of his, favorite team.
So actually, he got sick. And then we're like, okay, we need to go to Formula One together. But then he had to have an operation and he couldn't really move around. And his favorite track is the Belgian one. That's why I took his ashes there.
Oh,
And funnily enough, this year it fell on my birthday. So I was like, it's a sign. Got to take him there. And his favorite driver is Max Verstappen, obviously. His favorite team was always Ferrari until Lewis Hamilton moved to Ferrari because he does not like Lewis Hamilton at all. Yeah, Red Bull became his favorite.
that's so nice to know. How old was he, if I may ask?
He passed when he was 64. Oh, he was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer in March last year, and then he passed in October last year. So yeah, so if you've still got your parents around or anyone you love, make sure you spend time with them. Tell them you love them. Do those things. Don't wait. Go to the Formula One. Book the trip. Do it while you still have them. Even just getting a hug. You take for granted being able to hug somebody while they can stand up. You got to get those hugs in. And yes, you said earlier, like wishing me all the best with the passing and stuff. It's another pit stop, like we said.
Thank you so much for sharing with us that. And yeah, really, may he rest in peace. Family, may your family find comfort each and every day. And yeah, any underwhelming thing that you got at the Grand Prix, or it was all what you would have imagined. I heard you say about your knee popping, but it didn't pop at the Grand Prix. You went to party, so it popped there. But any other underwhelming thing that happened?
I think just getting to experience it all, being a pit reporter in South Africa and then being able to go there and compare the difference between like how we do things in South Africa and how they run things. It looks all fabulous, on TV for all of us and like amazing and stuff. But at the end of the day, for me, motorsport comes down to the people. And that's what I love the most about the Southern African Endurance Series, the series that I pitch report for. It's the camaraderie, the fierce. Unfortunately, those people at the Formula One just don't have the fierce as South Africans do, or as Africans do, if I could say that. They're quite stiff
Yeah.
and everyone's sticking to the rules and like, yeah. So I think that stood out for me. I know it's not a positive, unfortunately. Well, in a way, for South Africans it is. But that's what stood out for me the most is, like being a pit reporter in South Africa, you always dream of being a pit reporter for Formula One. But when I was there, I was like, the Southern African Endurance Series. I love the drivers. They're so welcoming. They've become my family, my friends. We become Facebook friends and you get invited to events with them. And you start knowing about their family and their kids and everything they're going through. And, when someone's car breaks down during the endurance, the other teams are coming with their spanners to help fix it. It's such a family run event. And you need to come in and experience Southern African Endurance Series, bring the whole family, bring the kids. We've also got fan zones and activations, and we put on a really good show as well. And we've also got the sprint races and the endurance, and we've got what they have. Just unfortunately, we just don't have the support. We need the support from our fellow Africans.
And
So,
I
yeah.
think as Africans, we don't need to wait for Formula One. And from what I'm hearing from you, I think there's some South Africans who will be disappointed when it comes because maybe they'll expect the same warmth, the same hype, and then only to meet the driver you've dreamed of meeting your whole life and they're cold. So I don't know, maybe some people will be disappointed. But
I mean, that
anyway,
surprised. I thought they were also going to be like, hey, like, and chat with you and they want to talk to you because, that's what we do. Or just tell everybody that they must just have microphones. When they see them, they must pretend like they're doing an interview. Maybe they'll do it for some social media.
I think it's too much PR based because if it's not PR, if it doesn't build their PR, they don't have interest with it. Could that be the
Yeah, it's just
reason?
another fan taking a photo. I mean, they see plenty of us.
So much from that. Anyway, have you ever been to any Grand Prix or it's just that one that you've been to?
It's just that one. That one's my first one. I would love to go to another one. I'd like to go to Monaco because I like to tie it in with a party while I'm there.
It's expensive. So I'm the
I
girl on
know.
a budget. I don't want to break my bank.
I need to find me a sugar daddy first.
All the best with that. I'll ask some of the crew if there's someone who will be able to cater for Monaco Grand Prix for Nadine.
But listen, there must be a sugar daddy that doesn't want no sugar.
Tell us about what you're doing. I saw your presenter, the endurance South African thing, but I've heard you're pronouncing it something different. And there's an event I saw you have at the end of the month. Tell us about that.
So what you're reading is the SAES. It's just the abbreviation. It's called the Southern African Endurance Series. It's a Southern African Endurance Series that has been around for quite some time. Our boss took it over about 4 or 5 years ago. I was employed about 3 years ago to join on as a pit reporter. We run anything from a 3-hour to a 9-hour endurance, as well as support races and sprint races. At the end of this month, it is a national championship as well. And also a lot of our drivers do basically travel in from overseas countries. I think our last year, November, we had 18 different countries competing from all around the world. This year, we're still waiting for all the entries to come in. At the end of November, it's taking place at Kailami Racetrack in Midrand. You can purchase tickets at the gates. We've actually got a promo now for 2 days. It's only 50 Rand entrance for the track for general access. You can also purchase a pit walk. You can purchase a grid walk. On the grid, you actually get to meet all the drivers while they're getting ready to start the race for the endurance series. And you get to take pictures of their cars. You get to walk in the pits also to see their cars, to see how the teams are managing and working. And then you also get VIP if you want, the whole bougie look with the champagne and the nice free food and all that. That's also optional. Or you can just bring your gazebo and your bra and your cooler box to the track and come and camp trackside with your kids and enjoy it like that. I actually prefer it like that between me and you. We also have big screens all around the track so you can see plenty action. And yeah, so we start the day off. We've got the MRSSA, which is super bikes, and that take part in our series as well. That's some good action. It's crazy to see how young these guys start riding. Jeez. We've also got a Porsche series, which is called the GT Cup. We've got a Sports and GT Cup, also a sprint series, which is Porsches combined with Lamborghinis, basically GT3s and GT4 cars. Then we've got a 1-hour dash, and then we've got the 9-hour endurance. So yeah, plenty going on. I mean, the gates open at 6 a.m. already on Friday, and we only close the gates on Saturday. You can't camp at the track though. On Saturday at about 10 p.m. after prize giving. So this is our finale for the year. It's going to be the final for the championship. So it's a big one. We're having a massive music festival. We have go-karts. We have so much available for the kids. We've got beer gardens. We've got the VIP. We've got activations. Yeah, there's so much to do. We've even got the Cancer Association coming to shave people's heads in support of people with cancer. It's a great day out. I would highly recommend any motor enthusiast to come and support South African motorsports. If anyone wants to see a South African racing Formula One day, we need you to support us here in South Africa first so that we can send them there. We need them to get the publicity and to get noticed. We need the sponsors. Let me tell you, these guys are incredible. And they will take you into their pits and say, jump in my car. They will sign your shirts. They will shake your hand. They will
Wow.
take pictures with you and your family. They'll invite you to other race events. They'll invite you for hot laps. The guys that race with us in this series are unbelievable. And I guess that's maybe why I wasn't so blown away by the response I received
Yeah.
from the Formula One drivers, because I'm not used to that. It was just so formal, where, yeah, you'll see me running in those pits, jumping in puddles, making jokes. I mean, our last race, we had one of the top team managers doing the Jerusalem dance with a little girl that was teaching him on our YouTube live stream. So yeah, I mean, if you can't make it to the chat, catch us on YouTube and Prime Video.
Oh.
You can follow us on our social medias as well. It's the Southern African Endurance Series, or SAS Racing. And all the links are posted there, the tickets, everything. Please come and join us. We want to see you guys there.
Yeah, so there's a kid. I've been telling people to support my podcast, and there's one young man who was like, if you get tickets for F1 in future, please, whatever, whatever. So I think 50 rands is not too much. So I don't remember who it was, but yeah, if you're listening to this, DM me. I will pay for this one. It's not too expensive for me. I cannot pay for the actual Formula One Grand Prix, but yeah, whoever it was, I've met like almost 100 people. I'm sorry I don't remember everyone, but I appreciate everyone. Young man, I met you asked me for tickets. Nadine is saying we have a thing at the end of the month. DM me, I get you those tickets. For myself, I'm not sure if I'll be able to come, but yeah, I'll get this young man a ticket. I will try, but at the end of the year, my schedule is hectic, but I will try.
Send me this young man's number and I'll make sure he has a great time and gets to meet some really cool drivers.
Thank you so much. Oh, let me
Pleasure.
get him. You see, sometimes you do something and people don't see the opportunity in it. But this young man, the moment I told him to support my podcast, he saw the opportunity to get a ticket or to get something. And this is the world we need to live in. See the opportunity and take it. This young man is going to be very lucky. Thank you so much,
Sure.
Nadine. So I see the
Thank
Formula
you.
One World Tour is going to Cape Town. Give me your thoughts about that.
I mean, it's really just going to be a showcase of one car, right? I don't think I don't think Max is
you
coming with the car.
you poured cold water on that so fast. I'm like, no.
Well, listen, girl, it's the same weekend as my races, so I need to get people to Kailami, not to Cape Town. But I
Definitely.
mean, I think it's a nice initiative. I think it's a nice little teaser of what, a Formula One in South Africa would be like. And hopefully they're like testing a potential track or something in Cape Town. That's why they're going there. But yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's pretty cool if you're a heavy fan and stuff and you want to just see a car, that's great. But it's not really going to be any racing. I think it might just be some drifting and stuff, which is also pretty cool. I love drifting. I want to learn to drift.
Yeah. I've seen a Red Bull car. The Red Bull South Africa brought the
To
RB7.
Santon.
Was it the RB7? Yeah, with David Coulthard. Is it last year? I don't remember properly. So I have
I
already
think it
seen
was
the car.
last year.
So yeah, I've already seen the car. So I think it's the same car, right? Oh,
I
okay,
think
huh?
so.
Anyway, but yeah,
Because
if
you're
I
coming to
get a
Kailami.
chance, yeah, if I get a chance, I'll choose one day because I'm sure I can't do 2 days, honestly. But
Come
let
this
me see which
Saturday.
day. You're
Saturday.
even choosing the day for me.
No, because then you can do a grid walk.
So the grid walk is only on
Yeah.
Saturday. Okay, okay, okay.
Yes.
I'm interested
Yeah.
with that, so we'll just carry on the the back and forth about that. I really have enjoyed chatting with you. Totally don't know you, and I have enjoyed your warmth. I've enjoyed your conversation. It's like having a girl for tea at my house and just chatting Formula One and just chatting about life because really you've given us your heart with regards to your dad and how you've been able to be at peace with his death. I think you can have your last say. You can say anything that comes to your mind. Yeah, take it away.
I guess what I would basically just say is, I have touched on it already, is guys, please come support South African motorsports. I mean, we support these Formula One guys and we support all these international races, but there's not enough love and support for our South African guys. And I mean, these are our people, right? These are the people with the fierce and that make us feel at home, and they put on a really good show, and they spend a lot of money to be there, and they'll make you feel at home. They'll take you into their pits, like I said. And I feel like as a country, we can really blow motorsport up in South Africa like rugby has. I mean, look at how many supporters there are for rugby and cricket and stuff. And motorsport just isn't there yet. And we can't do it without you guys. So please just come and support us and start with the Southern African Endurance Series. I mean, There's plenty other races in South Africa, but yeah, the South African motorsports industry really needs more support. She won't be disappointed, I swear.
Give us the dates for that event. I don't think
20,
we gave.
the 28th and 29th of November.
So, crew, anybody, motorsport fan, anybody who just wants to have a good time, because I've heard there's a music festival, I think. Anyone who's
Yep.
never been to Kailami Grand Prix, go there, check it out. Thank you so much, Nadine, for bringing amazing energy to the porch. I finally get to meet you, and I'm so glad I did. And crew, follow Nadine, check out what she's up to. I'll write her handle there. Check out what South Africa is doing, because we don't need to wait for Formula One. We already have motorsport in South Africa. So yeah, let's support whoever is going to go to that event. DM me, we see if we can do something cool there. But yeah, remember to also subscribe on my YouTube at the Paddock Porch. Follow all my social accounts on TikTok, IG, X. Like, comment, retweet, share, interact with my content wherever you see it. It helps with visibility. And yeah, I've enjoyed my chat today with my girl, my new motorsport best. Until next time, this is the Paddock Porch, where we talk hot laps, life, and family. I'm Shiko. God bless.